Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you happen to be watching this class. Right now we're going to review the worksheet on dimensional analysis. So, dimensional analysis is the name given to converting a quantity or rate to different units by multiplying by 1 in the form of a conversion factor. So basically what we're working with this entire time will be a conversion factor. We are familiar with the fact that 1 pound equals 16 ounces. Since 1 pound and 16 ounces are equivalent, then 1 equals 16 ounces over 1 pound, and 1 pound over 16 ounces also equals 1. So since multiplying by a quantity of 1 does not change the value of the quantity, we're simply just converting units when we multiply by these fractions. That is why we call fractions like 1 over 16 ounces or 16 ounces over 1 pound conversion factors. The basic strategy is to start with the known amount or known rate and multiply by conversion factors, picking conversion factors that cancel out unwanted units until only the desired units remain. Since each conversion factor equals 1, multiplying by one or more conversion factors won't change the value, just the units. Example 1 says convert 88 feet per second into miles per hour. So what we do here is we start with this 88 feet per second. That will be what you write first. Now you can go one of two ways at this point. You can work on factoring out or getting rid of the feet and converting it to miles, or you can get rid of the seconds and start converting it to hours. In our case, we decided to convert the feet to miles. So what we did is, if you've got the feet up top here, you're going to want the feet down at the bottom here. The reason being is because this one will then cancel out with this one, and your foot is gone, and now you're left with your mile up top. Now we have 88 miles per second over 5,280, right? So the next thing we need to work on getting rid of is the seconds. Now, the seconds here, what we're going to do with it, I don't know about you, but I don't know how many seconds is in an hour, but I do know how many seconds is in a minute. So I'm going to take these seconds, and I'm going to use a conversion factor and convert it from seconds to minutes. So I'm going to go from seconds, there's 60 seconds in 1 minute. These seconds will then cancel out, and I'll be left with the unit rate of minute. But minute's not good enough, we want it per hour. So I know that there's 60 minutes in 1 hour, so I'll multiply by 60 minutes over 1 hour so that my minutes will cancel. And now I'm left with strictly miles per hour. Those are the only units remaining. That's how we know we're correct. Now all you have to do, multiply it all out, divide it out, and you get that our answer is 60 miles per hour. Alright, so number 2 says a patient is to get 80 milligrams of medication by injection. The medicine comes pre-mixed in a syringe marked 50 milligram for every 0.4 milliliter of fluid. How many milliliters of fluid in the syringe should be used? The hint says you may use 80 milligrams over 1 instead of just 80 milligrams. This helps you set up your equation over here because it gives you both a numerator and a denominator. So you've got 80 milligrams over 1. And we know our final answer only wants to consist of milliliters. Okay, that's the important part here. So that's why we say, okay, we know that there's 50 milligrams in every 0.04 milliliters of fluid. If I start out with 80 milligrams and I want to cancel the milligrams and only be left with milliliters, then the 50 milligrams needs to go on the bottom. That'll allow me to do just what this step does here, cancel out the milligrams, and be left with just the milliliters. That is a very simple process. 80 times 0.4 over 50, which should give you 0.64 milliliters, because milliliters is our only unit here that is remaining, that hasn't been canceled. So this is really an easy problem. All you have to notice is that this is your equivalency here. This is your conversion factor, because 50 milligrams is the same thing as 0.4 milliliters of fluid. If you can pick that out and organize it in the correct manner to know which you want it to end with, then you're ready to go. Now, if you'll look at the end of this worksheet that's posted on Blackboard, you will notice there are several other questions for you to try. Now, these questions here, there's 8 of them. The answers are on the next page, and they're completely worked out for you. Okay, so what I would like you to do is do all 8 on your own, and if you get stuck, refer to the answer key, and if you cannot figure it out from the answer key, please shoot me an email so I can know which one that you're stuck on, and I can help you work through that, and if need be, I can create a separate video going through that particular problem that you are having issues with, or maybe we can even set up a virtual meeting. Now, once you've completed this, you may see a few questions like this in your homework. You will see a few questions like this on your next test, and perhaps even on your next quiz. There's definitely one of these on the final exam, so please don't skip over this section. Make sure you understand what it is that you're going over here. If you have any questions, like I said, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I will be around to help you. Have a great day.